like to return to WWE?
Of course. Of course, I definitely would love to return at the right time and under the right circumstances. Right now, I'm enjoying, I say freedom because I make my own schedule. I decide when I want to wrestle and when I want to take some time off to be around my family. So I enjoy that very much. That's something that I didn't have a chance to obtain in WWE because I was always leaving. No matter what happened, I would have to leave every Friday from San Diego and travel Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then come back home on Wednesday mornings. And then I would only spend 2 days at home. So now I know that I can spend the whole week at home if I want to, or if I want to work and go work. So that's the type of freedom that I'm enjoying right now. Yeah. But I am going to return, hopefully.
To become the 10th time Cruiserweight champion.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Was it difficult switching from WWE to Lucha Underground?
Oh, like switching from one company to another?
Yes.
No, I enjoyed. First off, I didn't think I was gonna be in another company right after I left WWE, and I became a big fan of the Lucha Underground product because it brought me back to my roots. It's like, wow, this is the stuff that I was practicing before I even went to ECW or to WCW or even WWE. So it was very tempting, you know, and I just couldn't say no. I enjoyed very much working around the Lucha Underground crew, and the locker room is just very animated, and they're all pumped and ready to go. And I think that's what I needed, you know, to get back into the groove of what I've been doing my whole life, wrestling. So Lucha Underground brought back my wrestling spirit. You're welcome.
How does it feel working with Johnny Mundo again?
Awesome, man. Awesome. The evolution of Johnny, his growth within Lucha Libre has been amazing. You know, I remember wrestling Johnny Mundo in WWE as John Morrison. We did many tag matches. Everything good? Okay? Don't scare me now. Yeah, Johnny Mundo's growth in Lucha Libre has been incredible. So I've enjoyed watching him grow, and he's actually a very fun opponent to be in the ring with because we have good chemistry together. Thank you.
My father was wondering, what did you look like under your mask? Also, my mother likes you very much.
Oh. Where's your mother and where's your father? Raise your hand, mother. Hello. Thank you very much. Where's your dad?
Right here.
Where's Pops at? Oh, okay. Why are you guys separate? Did I cause that?
Now we get a better picture for her.
Ah, okay. I can see now I lost the question. What was the question?
My father was wondering, what did you look like under your mask?
Oh, you want me to take it off?
It's for Bill.
Yes.
It's for Bill.
I'll wrestle you for it. I'm just a kid under the mask, man. I'm a little kid. The mask brings out the superhero within me.
I have two questions. One is, which current wrestler do you think would be good enough to be the next Rey Mysterio? In your opinion.
Which wrestler?
Would be the next Rey Mysterio in your opinion?
I think the next wrestler to be the next Rey Mysterio, not even close to me, but even better than me, is my son. I think my son is the next up-and-coming Rey Mysterio. There will never be anybody, I believe, like me. They can imitate, they can try to say that this will be the next Rey Mysterio, but there's only one Rey Mysterio, there's only one Eddie Guerrero, there's only one Shawn Michaels, there's going to be only one Undertaker, one Bret Hart. You know, it's very hard to find a double in life, you know, and sometimes even when you do find him, he doesn't turn out to be as good as the original. So I always said it, and I stick to my word. There's only one of a kind, man. So when I say my son will be the next Rey Mysterio, he will be better than his own dad, than his pops.
And my second question is, when did you feel, when you were in WWE, when did you feel that Vince no longer saw you as just a cruiserweight, but as a guy who could be the top guy?
I think he always knew that. From the moment that I stepped into WWE, I think there was something special about my character, my image, the way I handled myself, back in WCW, I was running with the cruiserweights for a while, but when I lost my mask, Rey Mysterio became the giant killer. You know, I was taking names down like Kevin Nash, like Bam Bam Bigelow, like Scott Norton, you know, so that kind of opened up the vision of possibly Vince McMahon and to the fans around the world that Rey can be seen not only within his division, but, you know, with the big men in that ring. So I think that's kind of the opening of Rey Mysterio being part or a mix of the bigger talent within WWE. Psicosis.
What made you come up with the 619?
I'm sorry?
What made you come up with the 619?
Okay. When I was about to enter WWE, I had certain moves that I was doing constantly, but I didn't have names for them. And at the time, Stone Cold Steve Austin was doing the 316. And right around the same time, there was one of my favorite rappers, Ludacris, who had done a song, and the song was called Area Codes. And I was very mad that he didn't mention 619. So putting all of those things together, I said, why don't we come up with a move that will represent my city, my hometown, San Diego, and we ended up calling it the 619, meaning that's the area code for San Diego. So in order for you to dial to California or to San Diego, you would have to dial 619 and then the number. So that's where it all came about, and it stuck. You like it?
How did it feel flying through the air and slamming people?
Like a superhero.
Which superhero?
Which superhero? Which superhero flies and slams?
Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to throw in a mixture of Superman and Iron Man. It feels great, man. It feels, sometimes you don't even, or I don't even realize how much I've defied gravity with the stuff that I've done. But it feels awesome to have the fans acknowledge and pay you respect for what you've done, what you've created. A lot of the moves that you've seen me do in the past, you know, they're moves that I invented, who now other wrestlers are doing, and they're adding their twist to it and reinventing them. So I'm very happy to have done all of that, you know, back 10, 15, 20 years ago, and now to see this new generation defy gravity like I once did. So I'm gonna ask them how they feel, see what response I get. Thank you, man.
Hey, Ray. Back in WCW, you had some awesome matches with Sean O'Haire.
Yes.
Can you share your thoughts on Sean O'Haire?
Man, he was my homie. Sean was a good dude, man. He came over to San Diego the last time that I was able to see him, and spent the night at my house. came down with his girlfriend, and we had a good relationship, man. Good brothers, and very, very sad to hear what had happened to him. But I think he had a tremendous future in this sport because his build, his physique, the way he moved, you know, at the time, I don't think there was anybody like him, man. I know Mark Jindrak was very similar to him, but Sean O'Hara he was a true badass, you know, and martial artist as well. So it saddens me to know that he's not here anymore because he did have a tremendous future in this sport. Yeah. Yeah.
Ray, I know you're a big fan of combat sports and boxing and MMA. Have you ever thought about pursuing combat sports throughout your career?
I wish I would have gotten into it a little bit younger, at a younger age. I think it's much harder for me now at 42 and with the amount of surgeries that I've had on my left knee. But if I was younger, man, if combat sports or if UFC would have been as big as it is now, you know, 20 years ago, I might have been pursuing another career instead of wrestling, or I might have had a mixture of both. But like you said, I'm a big fan, and I love watching my UFC events. I love watching my boxing. I'll be watching Canelo versus Triple G next Saturday. What you guys got? Canelo. Canelo. Yeah, I got Triple G. I'm sorry, man. I got Triple G. Yeah, I think Triple G is gonna take him down. Do you guys see the Mayweather McGregor? What do you guys think about that? You didn't like it? No? It was alright. No? He was protecting Floyd? You think so? Yeah.
That's the first time I saw Mayweather fight. Instead of dancing around.
That's true. That's true, man. I was actually impressed to see, or to actually witness it to go 10 rounds. I didn't think it was going to go that far. But overall, I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was a real good fight. But going back to your question, yeah, I think I would have loved to have practiced both sports, you know, combat and wrestling as well.
I think you would have kicked ass, man.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you. Somebody had to take Mighty Mouse down, right?
When you were a child, who was your favorite person from Dallas Cowboys?
From Dallas Cowboys? Even if I'm not a Cowboy fan? So, you know who was a big Cowboy fan? My good friend, Eddie Guerrero. He was a hardcore Dallas Cowboy. Don't say nothing about the Cowboys because Eddie would jump. He was the first one. I would have to say, oh God, I went blank right now. Do I have to pick the Cowboys? Who's yours? Really? Really? Who's your second favorite? Nobody? You just have one? Really? What about the quarterback? You know the quarterback's name? No?
It's because I named my son after him. He's Elliot.
Really? Ah, that's why. I'm gonna step out of the Cowboys fan box and I'm gonna jump over to my ex-team, the Chargers. Horrible. Man. I'm gonna have to go with the old school Charger, Dan Fouts. My all-time favorite.
No come for me.
What do you think about Mini Rey Mysterio, ex-Pt.2 and now Mini Rey Mysterio?
Say that again?
What do you think about Mini Rey Mysterio?
Mini Rey Mysterio?
The guy who ex-Mini Pentagon, Pentagoncito,
Ah.
and I've seen some interviews and he's turning into a mini Rey Mysterio.
I don't know, man. I think there's too many Mysterios out there. You know, I have the utmost respect for my uncle, who unfortunately he's in a wheelchair, and I would love to see him still walk around and wrestle, man, because he was legit, and I know that somehow he, in a way, has to make a living by having other people use the name Rey Mysterio, but you know, I'm not a big fan of meeting Rey Mysterio or just coming out with more Rey Mysterios. You know, I like for the dynasty to stay close and family. You know, my cousin who was an heredero, you know, and el hijo de Rey Mysterio, and myself. You know, but I kind of detach myself from the people that are working under my uncle's name, and me, who I pretty much built my name, you know, away from my uncle after I decided to make a career for myself and change the designs of my mask to kind of have the fans know who Rey Mysterio with the Y is, you know, not with the I. So yeah.
Now that La Sombra is in WWE and La Máscara and all those guys, are you hoping to wrestle with them once you go back to the WWE?
That's funny, because when I was in WWE, they would ask me, Ray, do you think you ever want to wrestle Ricochet or Will Ospreay or Marty Scurll or any of the independent names that are out there? And sure enough, it happened. You know, it happened within the 3 years that I've been out of WWE. Now, there's different talent in WWE. I don't think I have any match on my A list that I would love to have right now. I would just love to, like I said, if the circumstances are well,